This is my story. I was in 2 car accidents within the first 6 months of getting my driver's license. My first accident. It was a cold January morning. I left my house at 7:30 in the morning to avoid traffic, but there was an accident on the highway, which caused more traffic on the bridge. I was stopped in the left-hand lane waiting to turn left when all of a sudden, my body flew forward as a car behind me hit me going 50 miles an hour. My head hit the steering wheel as my shins lifted and hit the dashboard below. My car came to a complete stop 100 feet from where I had been. The ceiling buckled and the trunk of my Volvo station wagon was smashed to the middle row. The woman who hit me was looking at the accident below, so she did not see me. After my first accident, I started experiencing dizziness and my heart would start racing. I ignored my symptoms and went on with my life. My second accident. 6 months later, I was just finishing my last day of field hockey camp. It was one of the hottest days of the summer, and I was very dehydrated and hungry, but I drove anyways. I said goodbye to my friends and drove away. After I merged onto the highway, the last thing I remember was grabbing my water bottle. The next thing I knew, I was flying across the grass median going 70 miles an hour. I turned the wheel right before hitting oncoming traffic, and my airbags exploded. My car stopped in the left lane going the way I had been going. I jumped out of the car crying, trying to figure out what had happened. As I stood there dripping in sweat and tears, the cars around me came to help. They called 911 and an ambulance came and placed me on a stretcher. I was taken to the nearest hospital where I was examined. I left with bruises and a broken arm. A couple weeks later, I went through a series of tests like EEGs, MRIs, and heart exams to figure out why I passed out while driving. My neurologist told me I had had a seizure and would be placed on medication for the rest of my life. He told me everyone is born with a seizure mechanism in his or her brain, and he or she can randomly have one. He said mine could have been caused from my previous accident and also being dehydrated, hungry, and tired. I have not had a seizure in 2 years, but it doesn't mean it won't happen again. I've embraced this hiccup in my life, and it has not stopped me from doing the things I love.